Hey guys, last instructional video for Unit 6. Oh my gosh, what a long unit this has been. I'm sure you're ready to be done with it. So let's get started. So I pulled up the formula chart again just to know that we're going to be referring back to the first two formulas on this formula chart. It's special products again, as we referred to it before, and it's just their patterns that if you see these patterns, you can take some shortcuts when factoring. But if you don't see the patterns, you're still okay. You can still work them out. And so I don't want you to stress over what we're doing, but it is pretty cool when you start to see the patterns and kind of do some jumps in your steps. So I'm going to go ahead and take that down. I wrote both formulas on your notes, and so you might want to you feel free if you want to copy them down. But we're going to look, instead of doing the methods that we've been looking at, that we've been doing already, the bottoms up method, and just the different methods that we've done, we're just going to use, we're just going to try to see if we can see these patterns, okay? So in the very first one, I do see what we referred to before as the filling in the middle and two perfect squares on both sides. So that's the first thing you're going to look at. Does it have a perfect square and a perfect square on both sides? And then we're going to investigate whether the middle makes sense. So if I look at x squared, yes, it is a perfect square. In fact, the square root of x squared is x. And the square root of 36 is 6. They're both perfect squares. So now I'm going to test the middle. The middle was 2 times a times b. So let's check it out. We're going to do 2 times a, which is x, times b, which is 6. And that adds up to, or multiplies to 12x. And yes, that checks out for the middle. So what that means is I can do x plus 6, x plus 6. Now I can leave it like that, or I can just go ahead and write x plus 6 squared. And doesn't that look like this right here? Let's do it again. Let's see, this is a perfect square. The square root of that is 2x. This is also a perfect square. The square root of that is 3. So the first part checks out. Now we have to do the second part. 2ab, 2 times a times b, 2 times 2x times 3 is 12x. Oh, that's not, I need a negative 12x. Can I do something else? I can, because not only is 3 times 3 equal to 9, but negative 3 times negative 3 is also equal to 9. So I can just slide a little negative in there, which makes this a negative, which makes the whole thing check out. So I'm going to go ahead and create my little parentheses. 2x minus 3, 2x minus 3, but you know what? They're exactly the same. So I can just write 2x minus 3 squared. And doesn't that look familiar to this? And if you notice, I have a minus sign on this second one, and there's a minus sign right here, and we have a minus sign right here. So everything kind of checks out. Look at another one. All right. Perfect square, perfect square. So the first part checked out. Now let's check the second part. 2 times a times b. 2 times x times 4 is 8x. Uh-oh. I need a 9x. And there's no way to get there. So this is not factorable, which is okay. It just means it's already as factored out as it can possibly be. There's nothing wrong with that. So look at the next one. Let's see. This is a perfect square. This is a perfect square. 2ab. 2 times 3x times 2 is 6, 12x. That's a negative 6. Even if I put some negatives in there, it's not going to help me. I won't get a negative 6x. There's no way to do it. So this is also not factorable. And that is okay. Moving on. The second part. All right. These are even easier. Check it out. Okay. Perfect square, perfect square. There must be a minus sign. There must be a minus sign in the middle. I will repeat, there must be a minus sign in the middle. Okay. Perfect square, x and 9. Now, here's where things change up. Look at how it will end up. I'm going to have two sets of parentheses. One will have a plus sign in the middle. One will have a minus sign. It doesn't matter which one you put first, and you're done. Let's try it again. Perfect square, minus sign in the middle. Bam, this one's going to work. Bam, 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 bam. Plus sign, minus sign. 3p2, 4q. 3p2, 4q. So easy when you see the pattern. So easy. Let's keep going. Perfect square, but the 7 is a problem. It's not going to work. So this is not factorable, and that's totally okay. There's nothing wrong with it when it's not factorable. You just can't factor it. All right. Perfect square, minus sign in the middle. Make sure that that's there. We're good to go. P4 plus 7q3 minus 7q3. Bam, we're done. Woo! If you have any questions, come ask. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.